What is that?
Yeah, what do you think, Puff? It's a tool.
No, it's not. It's a rolling pin. Who are you, Fanny Craddock? What are you gonna do with that? You gonna bake me a cake? You gonna sing me a song, watch me blow out my candles?
You won't mind if I fight back, will you? Well, you think you can manage it?
Ah, it's more from your pride, really, to be honest. I mean, I warn you, I'm not gonna fight fair, though. So I brought these. All right. Now, before we start, I've got a little joke for you. You'll love this one.
Hey guys, I'm gonna show you my international travel EDC, okay? That's everyday carry for international travel. This is EU legal, UK legal, okay? So it's legal in Europe, almost all countries in Europe, with the only exception being the small pocket knife. It's a gray area in a lot of countries, but this is basically legal. You can get away with carrying it everywhere that you go. Guys, I'm gonna be in, just this summer, I'm gonna be in 15 plus countries. I'm an experienced world traveler. A lot of you guys know that. Some of the things that I do in other countries, you're not necessarily gonna do. You're not gonna be facing the dangers that I've faced and do face regularly, but regardless of that, I'm still gonna teach you guys how to be prepared, yet also maintain a low profile and fly under the radar. So although you're prepared and you have some essential items that you need, you're also gonna be, using espionage or counter-espionage tactics, gray man theory, if you will, that will help you fly under the radar. So the items that you have, you don't ever necessarily need. All right, before we get right into discussing all of these, I'm gonna kind of show you just the overall outfit. And you guys, you've got to first know where you're going, okay? And the reason you have to know where you're going is because you have to have a plan for what image you want to fit. Right now, I'm fitting the image of the fisherman tourist, okay? And really, anybody who looks at me right away is gonna just write me off as a fisherman tourist, okay? I've got the fishing shirt on, fishing pants, all right? A lot of my items, I could even wear a fishing hat or, some sunglasses like some Costas. I've got the fishing sunglasses, okay? And I fit the part. I look the part, I fit the part, and the reason that I don't want to have any of my tactical gear really out or showing is because, guys, people are going to be profiling you, okay? And if you're in a country that's a third world country, there's a lot of organizations there that are going to be profiling you. Hey, in Latin America, hey, is this guy DEA? In the Far East, Russia, countries like that. Hey, is this guy possibly a US spy? Why does he have this spy gear? Why does he have this tactical gear? I can tell he has tactical training. Why am I seeing him, check these proximities visibly, check these proximities, and why is he always sitting here with his back to the wall, and why is he watching and checking these certain things? Those can get you tracked. Those can get you put in jail in other countries and investigated and interrogated, guys. If you can go over there wearing all your tactical, Second Amendment gear, but you don't have rights, okay? You may think you have rights, but these guys will very quickly put you in other countries in some sort of an investigation, okay? And the US won't do anything to help you. Guys, I've been put on domestic terror watch lists here in my own country just for speaking my mind, just for helping you guys with this kind of gear, just for standing up for what's right and standing up for the truth. What do you think other countries are gonna do, guys, okay? So let me jump right into this gear that I have, and bear in mind that you need to have an idea of where you're going, and you need to fit an image that's not going to get you in trouble. So you don't need this gear, okay? So this is a last ditch item and effort, and so this is just preparedness stuff. I really hope you guys don't ever need this gear, okay? Training is number one, okay? Gear is number two, all right? And the training aspect is what I'm teaching you guys right now. The training aspect is what you can really use to be prepared, all right? Your training can get you out of these situations. Your training can prevent, number one, situational awareness and understanding gray man theory, like a lot of the videos I have up here teaching you guys how to not get yourself in trouble, okay? Situational awareness, pay attention to your surroundings, and don't make yourself a target, okay? Don't become a target, and then you probably won't need this stuff. And if you do, you have the training, and this minimalist gear will be more than sufficient, okay? Because you can't carry a lot of stuff overseas.
I better tell you before you get close, I'm a special case, I'm not like the other ones. There is a reason why I'm still alone. If you want to stick around,
get really right into talking about what we can carry. The new iPhone, this one has opportunity to switch different chips, okay? And switching in and out of chips. I always have a hard case on my phone, really durable case. You're gonna wanna invest in a nice case and the Gorilla Glass on the front, protect that phone. You have apps like maps.me, which you can download before you go to these places, and even when you don't have service, okay, or a signal, or even if you don't switch chips, you'll still be able to use the map applications on your phone. You'll still be able to know where you are. Really helpful when traveling out of the country and overseas. And believe it or not, those maps are just very, there's a lot of information there, and they're very accurate, okay? Even when you don't have service, your phone is always working, okay? Your phone, I've discussed in the survival, escape, and evasion how your phone can be accessed, the microphone, even when it's turned off, can be accessed, the camera, all that stuff on your phone. The good side of that is that your GPS on your phone is always working, even when you don't have service. So there's certain apps you can use that will show you where you are, even with little or no signal. Okay, so that's just really a great thing. Not a lot of people know. I'll switch right through all this stuff. All right, your image and your clothing and your style and your manner of talking and everything you want to do, you want to fit the image of what you're supposed to look like, just to kind of prevent yourself from having problems. I do a lot of fishing, so I'm very knowledgeable. Okay, this is actually a guide, a very good guide friend of mine down in the Everglades gave me this shirt, and it's fishing team, DUA fishing team. So this is a shirt that if people do know, then they're gonna know you can't just go buy this shirt somewhere. It's actually a guide shirt or a fishing team shirt. So I look the part. I've got the correct sunglasses, and I do a lot of fishing. So that's one of the reasons I know. If you don't know how to play the part of an angler, tourist, excursion, on a fishing excursion, then play a different part, okay? But, fit the role. Don't try and look tough. Don't try and look tactical. If you are, then hide that stuff, okay? One thing that is really something to think about is, a couple things are medical, and medical is really more of a training thing, but you also could possibly want to have some medical gear depending where you're going, if you're going to a third world country especially. But something that's really often overlooked is a way to have a drinkable water source. And this is the survival straw here, and this allows me to just stick this survival straw in any body of water, virtually any body of water, and just drink from it. So small, I can carry it in my pockets. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, that's definitely something to consider, guys. Something else is money, okay? And I want to have, this is a very valuable solid silver coin, okay? It's a collector's item. It's worth a lot of money, but it's a very small package, okay? So with the Traveler's Money Belt, it allows me to carry foreign currency, domestic currency, passport, all this stuff, and it allows me to have a stash. So I can have this money here, okay? And I can also have a stash here. If I get robbed, I just give up my wallet. Okay, I give up my wallet, and this is concealed on my person, above my underwear and under my shorts. The Bone Tactical Traveler's Money Belt, available at bonetactical.com. Probably the most important item of international. It's a game changer. It doesn't have to be Bone Tactical, but you need a Traveler's Money Belt. Okay, it's a game changer. It allows you to get robbed or have a bad situation and just give up whatever's in your pockets and still have a stash. Game changer for international travel. It's probably the second most important thing. The first most important thing is this, and these are only available through Bone Tactical, okay? I've had these on international flights. I've had them in banks, in weapons-free zones all around the world. You guys can see videos of me taking this on a flight, okay? And I went through security twice. I gave them a problem in security and then went through twice just to show you guys it can go through security. And it's just an absolutely devastating, life-saving tool, okay? Absolutely. It's just a keychain. It's just a it's a multi-tool, okay, guys? But those of you in the know with a little bit of skills and intelligence can figure out what these would be good for, okay? Keep your house key on one, car key on the other. You keep them slipped right in your pocket, easy to access, one finger index, and there you go, boom. The fastest to access and just absolute most important tool for international travel and for weapons-free zones and for flights and flying and traveling and moving around when you don't have that means of having a better tool. Okay, that could be the best tool you have. Going to get into a little bit of a controversial topic here, and that's edged weapons. Now, if you're going to be traveling international, this is a little big. Okay, this is a collector's item. It's a Shatton Morgan pocket knife. The style pocket knife, if you're going to carry a knife, the only thing you can carry is a really crappy, as far as weapons goes, this is almost not usable as a weapon. This right here, if you really start slashing or if you try and stab, what it's going to do is it's going to cut your own finger off, okay? So it's really not a weapon, but having a cutting tool is really nice to have in survival situations, or really, it's indispensable to have a cutting tool. So you want a multi-blade, non-locking folding knife, okay? You don't want it to have a lock, you want it to have multiple blades, and you probably want it to be a little smaller than this, and you want to have a reason on the tip of your tongue and in your mind of why you have that knife on you. It needs to be a plausible reason if you get involved with the police. But guys, remember this. The reason I told you to have all this stuff and have that plan is because you're limiting involvement with police. They're going to look at you, think tourist, fisherman, boom, not even check you, not worry about whether you have a knife or not. And if you do, hey, I'm fishing. I need to cut fishing line. I'm here on a fishing trip. I could use this to cut bait, a lot of things like that. So you got to have that on the tip of your tongue, reason why you have it, okay? And because in a lot of other countries, the thing is, people in the United States don't realize that the police have the opportunity to just change the law on command. They can arrest you. They can say that they thought you were committing a crime. You had a bunch of money with you, and then they take out everything you own because of search and seizure laws. Or they can just, lie and say they smelled marijuana and then search your vehicle. There's a lot of things. They can plant stuff, and it happens every day, guys. Giving dogs false alerts. People don't realize, everywhere else in the world, people know police are corrupt. In the United States, we think police are out to help us, and it just really doesn't make sense. And it's the reason we have more people in prisons in the United States, one of the reasons, per capita than anywhere else in the world. Okay, because we have a for-profit prison system. We're using slave labor still today in the United States, and we're just using it in the form of prisoners, and we're putting a lot of innocent people in prison and a lot of non-violent offenders in prison for things we shouldn't be putting them in prison for. Okay? So understand that, guys, but in other countries, a lot of people are more receptive to understanding that the police are corrupt. Police are corrupt everywhere. There may be good cops in some places. I've never met one, and I've met tons and tons and tons of police officers. There's not a whole lot of good human beings in the world, so I don't understand why people would think that there's good cops when they're not doing it for really any other reason, for the most part, than some sort of a power trip, okay? So I don't understand why you guys would think that, but that's definitely the loadout. Now I'm going to show you guys how to carry this stuff, or at this point I've probably already showed you how to carry this stuff, but I'll go over and discuss it. So this obviously gets worn around the waistband, under the shorts, over the underwear. You're going to put this in your pocket so you can give it up if you need to. This goes in one pocket, this goes in the other. These slip through. You got your house keys, car keys, or even just dummy keys on these, okay? So you can index them with your index finger, pull them up, and then you're ready to go, okay, guys? Knife in your pocket as well. Don't try to hide this, because if you get it caught, be ready to give it up. Don't bring a super expensive knife. This is a collector's item, but it's not something that, if I'm going to carry it, I'm going to be acceptable to losing it. Guys, make sure you don't have more than $10,000 of jewelry. One of the reasons that it's nice to carry a gold coin, a Krugerrand, or something valuable like this, because it's worth a lot of money and it's very small, okay? Don't carry more than $10,000 value of jewelry and cash, even in multiple currencies. Think about that, guys. It can add up, and it can get you in a lot of trouble if you have that, okay? So it actually can be difficult at times to keep it below there, but you need to. The survival straw, I would recommend carrying it in your bag, okay? But I'm doing absolute minimalist right now. If you don't have a bag, you can stick this in a pocket too. It can get a little bulky, but it's just something to think about. Obviously, your phone goes in your pocket. Your glasses, if you have one of these pretty cool things here that I like to use, they can go around your neck and be fairly easily accessible. You can wear them like this if you want to be the cool guy. You can choke up on this thing here and but also this helps keep them from getting dirty. And then in this case, this thing, if something were to happen riding a motorcycle, a bike, or, you know, had to run or something, they're not going to fall off of your neck. So that's kind of the loadout here, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Questions, comments below. Please remember to like and share. Subscribe to this channel and click the bell if you're not getting my notifications. A lot of people have been telling me that they're not getting my notifications. Make sure you click the bell to get the notifications. Bone out.